Нет, нет! Я нашел его!
General, do not listen to Yuri's lies! He is not...
Pay no attention, Comrade General. He no longer means anything to us. We now have a more important task at hand. The American President Dugan has surfaced here in San Antonio, Texas. Perhaps he intends to retreat to the Alamo. We capture him and bring him under our control.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by. Incoming transmission.
Listen to me, you Soviet scum. You can root around all you want, but you'll never find me, and you'll never take me. You call yourself a general? We're laughing at you, Red.
Battle control online.
Welcome back, Commander. So after a rather disastrous start from another general we don't get a name for, we have to resolve the issue at hand.
Fire zone confirmed. Good to go.
There's a couple interesting things that are pretty apparent right off the bat. Firstly, since we have some Psi Corps troopers, we might as well try them out. Especially since I don't believe I ever showed them off too well in the second or third mission? The one against the Twin Towers. Right away we can see that the IFV with a Psi Corps trooper is rather interesting. It seems to advance towards whatever infantry or civilian there is and then releases some form of mind blast. Unfortunately, because of the limitations of one Psi Corps trooper having to control a unit and etc., you can't really make the most of it.
New construction options.
At least in the sense that by having the IFV, you kind of limit yourself on what you can do with the rest of the units. That being said, the mission's rather straightforward, but it deserves at least some form of exploration. The fact that we're given the entire map to see is nice, since we don't have to go exploring too much. In a way, I guess it kind of trivializes it, but at the same time, only having 2 Psi Corps troopers, and especially against some of these units, not something you really want to risk too much. Just feels like if it's not done correctly, you'd be playing this, or replaying this quite often.
Unit reporting, sir. High speed, eliminate.
That being said, I should also point out that we have what's called the Sniper in the game. The Sniper is actually a unique unit, much like we've seen with the Grand Cannon, the Paratroopers, I'm blanking on a couple of them, the Desecrator from last mission. The Sniper is the British special unit. In fact, I forget if I've really expanded upon that, but we'll get to it in skirmishes. Suffice to say, the Sniper is what you'd expect. Somebody that can attack from long range, and if attacking any sort of infantry, kills it just about immediately.
On our way, sir. Securing position. Outstanding. Driver up.
Unit lost.
Unit reporting.
Sadly, snipers aren't that great against vehicles.
Training.
Tell me your wish.
Vehicle ready.
Psychic ready. Predictable. Psychic ready. Of course.
There is one easy way to beat this mission, except it requires one small bit of forethought that I had forgotten about. Namely that the Allies don't have anything to defeat air units. Well, they have, say, 5 on the map, but 2 you can get rid of rather easily, another 2 are buildings, and the third is in an area that we can see and kind of irrelevant.
Destination securing position.
In case you're wondering, yes, I'm talking about the Nighthawk transport that's just there.
Once you're a guy, maneuvers in progress.
Now, sadly, I didn't really look in the bottom right of the map at the moment, so I sort of neglected the fact that there is a repair bay there, which would have been rather useful, seeing as that Nighthawk transport's kind of low.
Unit lost.
And I really, for whatever reason, could not spot, or had completely forgotten about, that Patriot missile defense. Basically, if you grab an IFV or two, you could just have it parked outside of the walls on the southwestern side, destroy a power plant, it depowers the Patriot missile, and then you don't really have to worry about anything, provided you destroy the IFVs on the map. That's obviously not the case, so I kind of have to finagle my way around some other solutions. Sadly, there's no cows on this mission, which I was really hoping for. I should also point out that there's certain civilians that have no weapons, and others that do. I'm not entirely sure if it's specifically based on the gender of the civilian you take, but I know that regardless of whatever the case may be, only some civilians get to shoot, and yeah, they're kind of the same sort of civilian strength that you expect from other Command & Conquer games.
Unit ready.
Vehicle ready. Fire zone confirmed.
Now, the thing to keep in mind and to always be wary of is that Psych Corps troopers are great in that they can capture any unit, don't really have to worry too much about anything, really, but do suffer from one major problem. They're kind of just terrible against attack dogs.
Destination, Commander? I found who's your daddy? Hoorah!
Unit ready.
For whatever reason, I believe they can't mind control attack dogs, that or I've just never bothered, really. And while they do have a Psychic Blast attack, which we've seen time and time again with the IFV, if you deploy them manually while they're on the ground, it also deploys their Psychic Blast. But it doesn't kill dogs. I guess I should be thankful that's the case. And also, I'm only doing this because the music just turned on and I had a ton of money.
Unit lost. Unit
Force
ready.
seals are just really good.
On hold.
Mission on my way.
Cancelled.
Undercover.
Also, I only learned this from the wiki of this game, but it turns out that this is the only mission, apparently, where you can get spies as the Soviet Union.
Ready.
I'm not sure if that's true, because I feel like in later missions you can capture a battle lab, but regardless.
For a showdown! Fastest gun in the West!
Tell me how I should be.
Agent ready.
Unit lost.
Turns out that you can be the fastest gun in the West, but a prism tank will still murder you.
Garrison. Select target.
Mission, sir? Indeed. On my way. Yes, Commander. Waiting order. Da.
So, yeah, effectively, once you get the barracks, some cash, and capture at least the airport, there's nothing really that the AI will do aside from charging at your Yuris, or Psych Corps troopers. I'm gonna always mix up the two names.
Vehicle ready.
It's annoying too, because if you don't have anybody to really cover your Psych Corps troopers, you're in for a very quick loss.
Destination, Commander?
We can see here that two dogs have suddenly started moving, as well as two SEAL troopers, and I can't do anything about this.
Outstanding.
The SEALs are too far away, the dogs are too close, and I can't garrison a Psych Corps trooper in a building.
Outstanding. Bound forward.
So, unfortunately, they're just stood no chance for it. And with the power down, I could have easily gone over and taken out the, or captured the president, had I not a Psych Corps trooper that was currently mind controlling a Grizzly tank. It's like the one downside to Psy-Corps troopers. If you're using them for something, they kind of become useless until that unit dies, and then they become useful again.
Our base is under attack.
For Mother Russia. Waiting orders.
Training.
If only if I had an IFV around here, though.
Unit ready. Mission accomplished.